Okay. So Artemis
Is the
Fowl
second part of his
Jr.
name?
Well, it just says, like, has two, like, Roman
Oh,
Man, that's
okay,
going to be very confusing if they come up with a sequel. Artemis Fowl 2 to... Welcome back to What the Plot with... Welcome back to What the Plot at Arizona Studios. I'm Nero, and I'm with...
Ashley.
And we are going to look at the movie trailer for Disney's Artemis Fowl, which is on a streaming platform
Called
which is
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, of course. And it's a book. It's a book. I've never read books. I don't know how I got past high school.
We want to know everything about the man you work for.
Oh no.
Oh no. This isn't about the father.
Whoa, wait a minute.
It's about the son.
That's
That's Olaf. Isn't it?
Authorities launched a worldwide manhunt for the famous collector. He is suspected to have been behind some of the biggest robberies ever.
Oh.
Hello?
Your family has taken something of my value. I will destroy everything you love.
Your father is in a complicated profession.
Mulch Diggum's just a talented giant dwarf.
And I'm Holly Short.
Giant dwarf? Is that a regular sized person?
Scared, Artemis?
I'm first scared to dead.
I'm what?
What?
I'm first scared to death.
Coming. I'm the next criminal mastermind.
Men in Black.
Kid edition.
Now look around, this is what they call greatness.
I didn't read much on trolls. Anything I should look out for?
The teeth.
Artemis Fowl, more like Artemis Cowl, because he's like Batman,
What?
you know, and Batman wears a cowl because he's rich. His dad's gonna die maybe.
I don't know. I think
Never mind.
his dad is gonna live.
Okay.
Like the underground thing. That's all his dad's belongings and whatnot. He had a suit made for his son, at the right size for him.
You're not supposed to see this until you're ready.
Yeah, and
But
then
we have a perfect suit.
I don't know. That just seems kind of silly.
What if the suit's like, it's not a suit, it's just a stretchy like coverall thing. Well, I think the main character of Artemis Fowl is Artemis Fowl's butler, who's this
Whoa.
blind guy? Was he blind?
I don't think
He had
he's
like
blind.
white eyes, he looked blind. Maybe he's like a...
There's people with really light eyes. Is it the kid?
Artemis is the kid. His name is Artemis, and he is the main character of
Okay.
Artemis Fowl.
Okay. Fantasy. I
Sci-fi fan. Okay, the genre is...
think. Yeah. Okay, so I think it's fantasy, because he opens up a book and it has like Sprite, and that's like a fairy type. Fantasy is magic. Sci-fi is science.
Which is magic.
Well,
If I want to say it's sci-fi fantasy, I'm going to say it's sci-fi fantasy.
all right.
I think the genre is sci-fi fantasy. Don't you turn down my levels. Anyway, I think Artemis Fowl is a science fiction fantasy. And this is because of elements of science technology thingies that glow, plus fantasy elements of giant dwarves and fairies and wings and goblins and
Whatever that one thing that wanted to eat them.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they, meaning Artemis Fowl the second, who is the child of Artemis Fowl.
That's
who is
someone who's
Colin-
like really into their name.
Colin Farrell, who is the dad, Artemis Fowl the first, and Ferdia,
The boy.
the boy, Artemis Fowl the second. So he has to go find his dad. I'm assuming the other people that are going along with him are his guardians. All 5 of them, or however many there were, are just trying to find the dad. I think I saw Judi Dench in there for like a second. I think she's gonna be the bad guy. I only saw it for a
all I
second.
saw was the whatever villain like that showed up in the trailer. Villain because he's captured Artemis Fowl Sr. So the bad guy. Their goal is to get whatever Artemis Fowl stole. They want it back. They literally said they took something from their family and they want it back as they were looking at some green glowy thingy that's staring right at her face.
The voice of the villain that we're shown to believe that is the villain is very, the voice is all over the place.
It's just Judi Dench going, hey man, if you got something stolen, like, wouldn't you want your thingy back? Artemis Fowl stole something that's as valuable as a Nintendo Switch
In my
from
mind.
Judi Dench.
They did show his collection, and there's a bunch of just like, they look like very old ruin artifact type of stuff, and then there was one that like came together and like circled and did stuff, and it looked like an acorn.
I think the plot is that Artemis Fowl Sr. stole something that he shouldn't have stole, or maybe he had to steal it because whatever he stole was going to be used to destroy mankind or destroy not mankind, and the fantasy kind.
The sci-fi fantasy
The
kind.
sci-fi, the science fiction's fantasy kind. The villain wants that thingy back, and Artemis Fowl has to find the thingy. Artemis Fowl, the second, needs to find that thingy and make sure that the villain, who is maybe or maybe not Judi Dench, he's gotta find it before that person, the villain. He's doing it with the help of his friends.
What if what he had stolen for the greater good of other places, like he thinks it's for the good, but what he's actually doing is hurting like the other parties involved.
But hey, what's your likelihood of seeing this?
I don't know. I mean, I know.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm busy with other stuff, so like I don't have to say to you.
I am going to see this movie, so 100%.
See, I could lie and be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch
Like what
this.
I just did. Fresh.
Oh,
Fresh
freshness.
score. HelloFresh, brought to you by HelloFresh.
No, we're not sponsored by HelloFresh.
I'm kind of gonna be pessimistic about it. It's gonna be low, maybe even 45. You know what? Not into it.
I'm gonna give it a 65. Even though I think a lot of times the critic scores are very low and the audience is very high. I don't know.
Well, it's based on a book, so the audience are gonna be like people that like read it, and they're gonna be like disappointed if they don't see exactly what they wanted to see. Cool. So that was Artemis Fowl. Wait, sorry, Disney's
Disney's
Artemis
Fowl.
Because they own it. It's theirs, and you can find it on their platform,
Which is?
Disney Plus.
Yes. Also, if you watch it and just leave us a comment on how much of this we got wrong.
Or right.
Or right. I feel like a lot of times we're
Right. Goodbye, everybody.
bye.